Good morning. So I'm having a little dilemma today. Now, as you guys know, I have this beautiful 2013 Ram 2500 Laramie Longhorn Mega Cab that I got about 3 months ago. And we instantly brought it to the shop, did full color match, boost auto parts, mirrors, and cab lights on it. We did a new light bar on the bumper, new tow hooks on it, light pods as fog lights, brand new lift kit, all new shocks, new control arms. Basically, everything on the suspension is brand new immediately. And then I went ahead and got a set of 26 by 16s for the truck, threw those on it, flipped around some wheels and tires, and now we are on stock wheels. So I took this truck to go get an alignment again because I felt like it wasn't perfect, and come down to the conclusion that when I ordered these control arms, I bought these control arms for a 3 to 6 inch lift. Now, what that means is this truck is on a 5-inch lift, so it has a 5-inch drop bracket. And then I also did the leveling kit on top of it because I had the extended control arms. Well, I only did an 1.5-inch leveling kit, which is causing me some big issues. So right now the truck is at about a 6.5-inch lift, but with the 5-inch drop bracket and then the 3 to 6 inch control arms, the lowest I can do this lift with these control arm and drop bracket setup is an 8-inch. So the truck won't align out perfectly like I need it to. So I came to the conclusion that the truck either has to go back down to the 5-inch lift and then put a stock control arm on it, or I can lift it up a little bit more, be able to clear a 26 by 16 and a 35 a lot better than I can now, because right now I can only turn about a turn and a half with a 26 by 16 on it, which is why my stock wheels are back on it. These are a stock junk wheel with a 35 1250 on them. A cheaper tire. They're not the best tires, but they work very well for the snow. And I want to be able to get a front drive shaft back side of this truck, so I ordered the kit that I need to install the front drive shaft, which is a clocking ring for the transfer case and a little spacer for the front axle where the drive shaft goes. Then we'll be able to fit the stock drive shaft backside of this truck. So today, we're going to put the truck up on stands. I have a new spacer that is a 3-inch spacer, so this will go in place of the 1.5 inch, which will make this truck at about an 8-inch lift. I should be able to clear a little bit bigger of a tire because right now, this thing looks kind of hideous. It kind of nosedives a little bit, which makes no sense to me. And I want this thing to sit dead level. So, front of the truck up on stands, get the tires off of it, get all the suspension that needs to come off of it to put the leveling kit off of the truck, and then throw the leveling kit on, and hopefully it lines out and we'll be able to put a front drive shaft into this truck. Just got the 5-inch springs out of the truck, took the old leveling kit off. This thing is absolutely filthy. It definitely needs a bath after we get it all put back together. But here's our old leveling kit. Obviously, you guys can see this is like a 1-inch or 1.5-inch spacer. We now have a 3-inch spacer for it. Nice, fresh white paint. So we're going to be installing this 3-inch up inside of there. And then hopefully this truck aligns out after I get that all installed and everything and drop it off to an alignment shop next week. But I'm really thinking we need to put wheels and tires on this truck. So maybe in this video, I will go buy a new set of wheels and tires for this. Obviously, you guys know I will run TIS. I have to get a hold of Venom and see what tires they have in stock. And then maybe those will be going because the winter setup's nice, but it's only nice because I don't have 4-wheel drive. Once I have 4-wheel drive, I'll be able to drive in 4-wheel drive with my big tires on and it'll look good. So let's get the leveling kit thrown back into it and set this thing back on the ground. And hopefully this truck aligns out and it sits level. We just got the front leveling kit installed onto the truck. The truck actually sits a lot better and the coil spring is nice and straight. But I also went out and bought a clocking ring for my transfer case because, as you guys know, this truck did not have the front drive shaft inside of it. And obviously in Indiana, with the snow and the weather we have, you need a front drive shaft, because I drove this in the last snowstorm and it didn't do too good. Even on these stock wheels and tires, it was miserable. So just pulled the transfer case out of the truck. We also pulled the def tank out of it because obviously we don't need that. Got the front drive shaft right there for it, doing a nice spray paint job. Shout out to Ethan for spray painting the drive shaft black. Transfer case is out. The indexing ring is onto us. All you have to do is remove your factory studs, slide this ring onto there. They supply a nice flat-headed bolt for the ring to bolt onto the transfer case, and then this will slide in to the back of the trans. As you guys can see, we have it all apart. This thing literally has so much Texas sand on it because this truck is a Southern truck, and luckily this one isn't rotted out. This has no rust, and it's literally beautiful. We just gotta get rid of the wheels and tires. So I'm going to throw the transfer case back up into the truck really quick, and then we will work on getting the front drive shaft installed and then be able to see if four-wheel drive works. We just went ahead and got the front drive shaft into the truck, clocked the transfer case. As you guys can see, it is bolted in down there. If we come right here, don't mind it, the truck is absolutely filthy. We have a spacer at the end of the shaft there, along with our clocking ring up inside of there. So now we will have four-wheel drive inside of my mega cab, but I have to get rid of these stock wheels and tires because now that I lifted this truck higher, the 35s look absolutely hideous. So I'm either going to put these 38, 15, 50, 26s that I've had laying around onto the truck. If it doesn't turn, I'm going to buy a 12 wide with a 37, but I already have these laying around here, so I'm going to throw these on the truck really quick, see how it turns, see how four-wheel drive works with it, and hopefully it just clears these wheels, because then I don't have to buy another set. We just got the 26s and 38s mounted. Here's the moment of truth. Dude, it still rubs. Lifted the truck bigger just for it to still rub. Okay, well. Oh, I can almost turn. Dude, I do not want to have to buy new wheels and tires. Okay, we're buying new wheels and tires. So obviously the 38 1550s on the 26 14s rub. They rub so bad to where I kind of ripped my brand new valence off the bumper, which is fine, I can fix that. So a good thing my boys over at TIS always take care of me. They hooked me up with a set of 26 by 12 concave 566Bs that we are going to be putting on the truck for the winter. This has a 37 1350 R26 TIS tire on it. So now we got to figure out how to get these out of the bed and get them on the truck, because it's freezing right now. It's about to have a snowstorm, and obviously we can't turn with that. And I need this truck to turn and actually make it through snow. I didn't go through all this work to put a front drive shaft in it and have fun with the truck for it not to turn. So get these wheels out, put them onto the truck, and hopefully we have full turning radius. So as you guys seen, last night we put a new set of 26 by 12 TIS 566Bs on the truck. I've never had this style wheel, but it's actually growing on me. So it's a concave, like I was saying, 26 by 12, still has a negative 44 offset that a regular 26 by 12 would have. But I actually like this wheel for the winter because, number one, it won't hold a lot of snow, being that it has the concave and the face of it. In a sense, it's flat, so no snow will pile up beside there, causing my wheels to vibrate 1,000 times. Got the front of the truck lifted up another 2 inches, or 1.5 inches, I should say. And look at that. We have a front drive shaft inside of it. The four-wheel drive actually works. My brother drove this thing through a snowstorm yesterday, and you said four-wheel drive works good?
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Mega Cab is actually a full functioning vehicle, which is crazy. One thing I don't like about the truck is the white paint and the white suspension. It is so hard to keep this stuff clean. As you can see, we just rinsed it off and it's literally still covered in dirt, dust, grime. Salt, unfortunately. We have a lot of salt in Indiana. That's why we pulled the truck in, rinsed it off. Obviously, we can't let these brand new wheels be covered in salt. Also have a TIS 37 1350 26 tire on here. I have had these tires in the past, absolutely love them. They are amazing for the winter. So if you guys want any wheels and tires that go through the snow, hit up TIS. They have a wide variety of wheels and tires. I absolutely love them. I've been running them on all of my builds. I mean, come here. We literally have a set of 22 by 12s and 37s for the big 6.0. Those are currently off of it because that truck is across the shop getting a lot of upgrades, which we'll get into. We have a set of 26 by 14 TIS wheels on streets. Those wheels are not mine. We have a set of 26 by 14 TIS on a 38 1550 Venom. These are like monster truck wheels. These wheels have been on about every truck of ours. They are from my brother's red third gen, but they make it on this truck. They make it on every truck. Actually, you should put these on yours so that you get through the snow, because Jaden does a lot of burnouts. As long as you don't tell Ethan that we're putting your wheels on, we'll just pull your truck in the shop, we'll wash it off, and he'll never know. It's actually a good idea because it's going to snow again tonight.
Yeah, let's do that.
You should put those on your truck. It actually looks sick.
Yeah.
Do you think we should ask Ethan or no?
Yo, taking your wheels for a couple days.
I take that as a yes. He said rent a wheel.
Oh.
We should start a business. If you guys need wheels and tires for the snow, I will rent them to you. So if you want a 26 by 14 on a 38 1550, $200 a week. That sounds pretty fair.
300 a day.
300 a day?
Yeah.
We'd be a millionaire in like a year. I figured that right now would be the perfect time to talk about today's video sponsor, which is Lasfit. Now, if you guys didn't know, I've been working with Lasfit for a very long time now. They have a bunch of awesome products, from bed liners to floor mats, all the way to LED bulbs and air compressors for your vehicle. Now, today we are working on the big 6.0, which means we need to get a set of floor mats inside of it because Indiana weather is absolutely horrid. As you guys can see, I have my snow boots on and there's snow on the ground. So we need a nice set of floor liners. So right here we have Lasfit liners for the 6.0. We got the front ones and the rear liner we're going to be installing on this truck. So this is very simple to install. As you guys can see, out of the box, very nice. Doesn't slip on your carpet, Lasfit logo. It also has this little spot right here that locks into the factory location on your vehicle. That way the mat cannot move around. Very, very easy to install floor liners. So push it inside there, underneath the pedal. Pick up the corner, push it forward, and it's in there. Mat won't move. Fits literally perfect right out of the box. Come around to the passenger side, same thing. They fit in there nice and perfect. Take it underneath the dash, push it inside there. Look at that fitment. Right out of the box, the thing fits amazing. We're gonna move on to the back. I put a set of these into the white 6.0 before the last snowstorm. Absolutely love them because the factory floor mats are literally horrid. Like, they collect so much water in a cloth floor mat, it's not even funny. So the rear, very easy. Take the mat. We're going to throw it down the side there. Come around to the driver's side. Push this side down right where it needs to be. And look at that. We now have a brand new set of floor mats in the 6.0. This looks a lot better than the factory ones. And it's the whole entire length of the back seat, which is nice. From the factory, they give you like a 1 foot by 2 foot square. My feet are like 4 feet by 5 feet wide, so they don't fit on the factory mat. So if you guys are interested in any of these awesome products, click the link down in the description below. Use my code at checkout. What I would do is pause the video right here, head over there, go ahead and get you a set of floor mats or a bed liner or whatever you would want to get from Lasfit. They have a wide variety of products. And then come back to the video and watch it. So like I was saying, use my code at checkout, head over to Lasfit, and enjoy the rest of the video. So obviously we're working on the big 6.0. Now, as you guys seen in a previous video when we lifted this truck, it had a coil spring on it. And today, it's getting a beautiful Vertex coilover because coilovers are the best thing ever. And these shocks ride literally the nicest out of any coilover I've ever had. So, very simple to install these. As long as we don't scratch it all up, we'll get it right in there. Look at that. Fits perfectly. We're halfway there. Watch this truck sit like 14 feet higher. That'd be hilarious. Makes a good hammer. It's actually so easy to install. Damn, that looks sick. This thing needs rock lights on it now because having that nice of a coilover, definitely needs to be lit up. So we gotta get the other bucket installed in the truck. We gotta go out and buy new buckets because obviously Ford's notorious for the coil buckets rusting out. So we got a brand new bucket, brand new coilover mount, brand new resi mount, brand new coilover, 2 brand new axles, brand new hubs, a lot of brand new parts going on the 6.0. I'm actually really liking the look of the coilover. One thing we forgot to do, Colin, is the last week these shocks have been sitting here, we could have just powder coated the springs to match the lift. Now we're gonna 4-link. It's already 4-linked, bro. Mini cradle 4-link setup would be pretty sick on this thing. So like I was saying, we got this coilover on. We have to get that new bucket installed onto the driver's side, get that shock on it, and then throw the track bar on it, and this truck is ready to get set on the ground. I cannot wait to see how this truck rides. I know it's gonna ride awesome because I've driven on these shocks before. I've had a lot of Vertex shocks from Rough Country, and like I was saying, it's literally the best coilover I've ever ran. And I will say that till the end of coilovers, which I don't think coilovers are ever going anywhere. Unless there's like a Bluetooth spring someone's making, where you just put like 2 Bluetooth modules on it, and then you just can adjust your height Bluetooth. We also have the secondary shock going on the truck as well that we got with the coil spring lift. So when we did the lift originally, I went ahead and did the upgraded Vertex shocks on it. So front and rear it has reservoir shocks on the truck already. And I did that because I knew eventually we would be doing the Vertex coilover on it as well. And in my opinion, I think having the 2 resis on the trucks looks absolutely sick. So as you guys can see right here, that literally looks awesome. You have the reservoir with the braided hose down to the coilover. You also have the reservoir on the external shock. And yeah, this thing's gonna look sick all done up. Honestly, the black springs don't look bad because obviously this is all black and then the coilover body and stuff is black as well. So I really think once we get this truck all taken back apart at some point and get everything powder coated, that will look good as well. Coil bucket is going in. We have the last coilover ready to go onto the truck as well. I'm actually getting really excited for this truck to be done. Obviously, if you guys didn't watch the last video, we had to remove both of the axles because we did not have good luck with the factory axles. Number 1, I blew the rear hub out of it, causing the back axle to literally be destroyed. There's grease everywhere. They're nasty. The front yoke on this thing is no longer existent because that snapped off. When the rear drive shaft broke, the truck was put into 4-wheel drive and then driven with just the front drive shaft to get home. To say the least, the truck didn't make it home because the front drive shaft blew and snapped the yoke off of the pinion. But we got brand new axles into the truck. Got them all painted up. Those literally look amazing. Went ahead, got new ball joints, new hubs, new brake rotors back here. Like I said, got new shocks, all new stuff to this rear axle as well. But now we're just working on getting that last coil bucket on. We'll throw this shock on, and then I think this thing's gonna sit very nice once it is complete. So we got both coilovers on the truck, have the external shocks and the coilover sitting in there very nicely. We're working on getting the track bar onto the truck as well. But we're facing the problem of the factory track bar that was on this axle that we got. It does not want to come off because someone cut it with a torch. Probably wasn't the smartest idea, but we'll get it off, get the track bar on. We have to buy new sway bar links because we put a newer 08 axle into the truck, which has a different mounting type of deal on the bottom of it, I guess. And yeah, so we got my brother's third gen in here as well. Oh look, your light changed. He's having the problem of the corner light right here not wanting to stay white. It'll kind of switch to amber.
I put the switchbacks in and now it doesn't. It was fine before.
Oh, you got some lighting issues.
We need Ethan.
Yeah, we need Ethan to wire this thing up. This thing actually is looking pretty good. Jada put his wheels and tires on it. He's got new switchbacks inside of it as well. He's got a lot of plans for this truck, and I cannot wait to see it get done. But there's one more thing before this video ends I want to talk about. I'm kind of like weighing my options because, as you guys know, I have the white 6.0 and we made it into like a street burnout truck. But then obviously we get a lot of snow in Indiana and I like making money, so we kind of changed it up a little bit. And now the 6.0 has a snowplow on it and it's back on stock wheels and it has strobe lights.
You might need some air.
Yeah, we probably air inside of our tires. So I might retire the 6.0 and make it into a work truck for the winter, or I go buy another 6.0 to use for a work truck, and then we keep making this thing our burnout truck. I mean, come on, this is a money-making machine. We got everything all hooked up. The snowplow on it. It works pretty damn good, in my opinion. It works very well. I don't know. If the vehicle can make me money, like additional money, I'm all about it. So I really don't care they put a plow on this thing. I did have to cut the front bumper valance to make the plow mount fit. Threw it back on the stock wheels. Look at you using your brain.
Yeah, we put a
Pallet of salt in the back for some weight. I don't know what happened to the roll pan, but we were out plowing with it, and then yesterday morning when I got back home, I realized that the roll pan was smashed, and I now need to buy a new roll pan. The Mega Cab got new wheels and tires on it. It got lifted bigger. It actually has four-wheel drive. These are my only two vehicles right now that have 4x4. Your truck doesn't have four-wheel drive, so you can have fun because now it's snowing again and the roads are going to be covered. That one just kind of sits. We won't talk about that truck. It's lifted really big, and we haven't had a chance to get all the clocking ring and the transmission crossmember drop built for it. But like I was saying, this truck got new wheels. They look absolutely sick. Perfect winter setup. But with that being said, it's going to end today's video. Click the link down in the description below to head over to Lasfit. Use my code at checkout, and I'll see you guys in the next one.